Hey guys, I'm just checking in again. I'm still asking for donations. Times are rough, and I know everybody else. Of course, everybody is feeling the same thing I'm feeling. So I get it. Why ain't nobody trying to even send $5 or $10? Like y'all ain't trying to budge. Y'all looking at the videos, I can see the views. It's not up. It's very low. I'm not even gonna get into that. Just a few likes, but I could tell people have been looking at my videos and clicking the like button. But if y'all can give donations towards me putting some gas in my car and other things that I need to straighten out in my life, I really would appreciate it because I am struggling. I keep telling y'all that, but obviously y'all think it's a joke or think somebody trying to run some scam or whatever. If you can give. No one's sitting up here asking you for $100. All I say is give what you can. So my that it's gonna be Victoria's Design, abbreviated. Design is gonna be abbreviated, and it's gonna be throughout this video. My Cash App tag or whatever. You'll see it throughout the video, and then go to the description box below this video if you want to donate towards my GoFundMe, and that's for my for transportation, a certain type of like truck, so I can be able to hitch my RV behind it, because I'm barely able to utilize the RV how I want, because when you have that type of RV, you have to have a truck to pull it around. So I'm trying to get up enough donations. I haven't even got in, not even one person to donate. But guys, if y'all seen this video, please help a sister out with a few dollars for gas, or whatever like that. I'm also working on some car maintenance, so I'm gonna need that as well. And what else I need? Because I know a lot of people are struggling right now with like utility bills. People are struggling to pay their mortgage, their rent, inflations with groceries and stuff like that in their house. Two-parent home, and people that have two incomes coming in can't even make it. So I was just looking at a couple of YouTube videos of other people struggling. They still ain't even owning their own house yet. They still paying rent for a house, paying monthly rent for a house, because they can't even afford to own a house. And now they're beginning to get into a situation where they got to downgrade out of the house that they're in back into an apartment, and how much the apartments are. And they were just complaining about how high they utility bills was. Like it was I think one person said they bill was like 1K, 2K, $2,000. Some was saying 800. And they were talking about how things was breaking down inside of their house that they're renting. People was like, it's just getting rough. And then they said on top of the inflations with gas, to put in your car and stuff. But yeah, people was sitting up there mocking and laughing at me like, oh yeah, you was stupid for selling your house, or you was this, that, and the third. Now they can understand why I'm living a nomadic lifestyle, because all these people complain about these utility bills, how they can barely come up with the money, and it's two people in the house with two incomes, how they're struggling to even make enough to keep their lights on. That's why my ass is a nomad. That's why I'm living a nomadic lifestyle. I refuse to sit there and be in situations like that. I got ahead of the foreclosure before they tried to do something like that to my house, and I sold it when I had already had the equity, and the money built into it. I said I would not lose out on the money that I invested into this house. But the difference with me and the difference with the people now that's caught in these inflations is that I own my house. These people are literally grown ass people that's older than me still renting their house. So they show you how bad it is now. And then young people and young families that are just starting, they'll never be able to know what it's like to even own a house, because now that's out the window now with the way this economy going. Yeah, people can barely keep their lights on in their house. They can barely put groceries in their house, food on the table, because the inflations are so high. So they getting to the point where they're trying to basically they'll be having to go to food pantries and food banks, and eat, and that's starting to run dry. That's why me and many other doomsday preppers been warning y'all and telling y'all over and over again, prepare now. You shouldn't have been doing it. It's better to get to be ready than to get ready. You're getting ready, you should already be ready. So if you just now starting, which a lot of people have already caught on and been doing what they need to do. If you just now seeing this video and this your first time of knowing that you need to be stocking up on everything you can of anything that helps you survive, you better be doing so. Because this the way that this economy is, the way it ain't no way this economy is going, it's the way that it's already been, and how things are now starting to hit the fan. The shit has already hit the fan. With doomsday preppers and many of us are saying, it hasn't gotten to the point where it's a desert, where everything is just dried out. It hasn't got to that point, so you still have time to get yourself together. But yeah, that's why I'm a nomad. That is exactly why I'm nomadic, because just like all these people complaining about gas, utility bills, rent, mortgage, they barely can. And these are two parent homes and two people with two incomes, damn near sometimes 3 to 4 incomes, because they got their kids, their siblings, or other people helping out, and they still can't even come up with all the money. They're being threatened where they can barely keep the lights on, all utilities that they need to run the house. They barely can come up keep it going. Another thing too, it really hasn't been that hot this year. It haven't even really been like a summer, so they better be glad about that, because that damn AC bill would be higher than 800. Literally, you got people I know. A lot of people in my family was saying how they bill be around $500 to $800 or more, and you got a lot of other people that pay more than that. They pay like 1,500, and especially these real high end mansion houses. Of course, they got wealth, but people that are me and you and people that's just trying to make it, people downsizing into to an apartment. And I ain't even gonna say downsize from a house to apartment. You can't even afford an apartment no more. Apartments cost more than a rundown rental house from a you can go to a low grade neighborhood and rent out a house, and you'll come out. It just depends on who you renting from in the neighborhood. If it's just some rundown trap house, yeah, you and even they trying to come up on they cash on renting the house. Basically, to sum up what I'm saying, to so you make it making sense, you can't even survive in no type of condition of a studio, a house, apartment. People are literally buying them different type of RVs, class A's, class B's, campers, travel trailers, and they just living full time in those and just parking in free zoning areas that they allow this, and them BLM lands where you can stay for free for 30 days and you just rotate. That's what we resulting to. That's what people are going into. Or people that had 401ks and everybody just pitching in and buying them a piece of land, a big group of like-minded people, and then they just buying them sheds from like Home Depot or Lowe's and insulating them and creating little tiny homes, or building and customize their own tiny homes, because that's just how bad it is out here. So while everybody was fucking mocking me and laughing at me, now people are seeing that staying in your house ain't even a fucking option no more, because you can't even afford it. So all that laughing and mocking at me, because I'm around here living a nomadic lifestyle, and I chose to take my proceeds and go buy a travel trailer with that I own outright with the title. Y'all want to laugh at me, but now you got so many people out there barely can afford their utility bills, barely can keep their lights on and their water running in their house, and barely can afford the rent for their house, causing them to have to downsize back into an apartment or back into nothing, rather. And now they can understand why I chose to do what I did. So yeah, now the joke is on you. Now you seeing it for what it is. Yeah, I'm telling you guys. Anyways, that's all I had to talk about today. Be vigilant, keep praying, stay prayed up, keep the laws, statutes, commandments. Shout out to all my biblical Israelites out there, all my Israelite sister and brothers. Keep strong. Keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments. And shalom to everyone, all my sisters and brothers out there, and anyone else that's looking at this video. Shalom.